Sir, I'm here, sir, but my Bluetooth is a little bit disturbing, so I disconnected it. So I'm directly on the speaker. So
It's okay, madam. It's 3 2 you start, है ना?
3-2. Okay, sir. Okay. Shall we start, sir?
Yes, sir.
Very warm good afternoon to one and all present here. Respected Principal Sir,
Mr. K. Nagaraj, sir, Vice Principal, ma'am, Mrs. Aarti Kodwar, ma'am, and our school training nodal coordinator, Sir Dinesh Chakravarti, sir, and all dignified teachers, I, A. Kumari, welcome you all in this year-ending in-house online training session. I hope I am very much clear to all. I am audible. Am I, Nidhi ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you so much. Once again, I would like to welcome all of you in this session. As we all know that we had successfully completed our remaining sessions, and this is the last year ending in-house online training session. And I'm very glad to be a part of this session. And I'm also very much sure that this session is also going to be as fruitful as the other ones were. Because I have noticed that all the sessions which were already done were really very fruitful. And this also will be. So, to proving this, I would like to tell something about our today's resource person. As we all know that our today's resource person is Miss Nidhi Mahato ma'am, who is a very hardworking, humble, as well as an energetic teacher. Let me tell something more about her so that we all get a little bit more information about our resource person. Miss Nidhi Mahato ma'am has been teaching in this school, Madhusudan Public School, since September 2021. Ma'am has done Masters in Life Science from Central University of Jharkhand. Nidhi ma'am has done her B.Ed from RIE Bhubaneswar from Utkal University. She is also qualified CTET in class 6 to 8 level. She is having 1 year of teaching experience. That is also very good experience. She is very good in school activities also, like science exhibition and especially sports. She loves the sports, especially volleyball and lawn tennis. Despite of all these qualities, she is very much, she has the quality to mingle with everyone very easily. She is a nice human being, very humble and very energetic. So we will see her energy in this whole session. So Nidhi ma'am, welcome you ma'am for today's session. And as we all know that her topic is 21st century skills. As a teacher, we all know the skills, but what are the specially 21st century skills? Let us have a brief explanation on that. Nidhi ma'am, once again, a heartily welcome in this session, year-ending online training session. Welcome ma'am. Over to you, Nidhi ma'am.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for such a warm welcome. And once again, good afternoon to all of the teachers present here. I extend my regards to Principal Sir, Vice Principal Ma'am, STNC Sir, and all the dignified teachers present here. Myself, Nidhi Mahato, PRT Science, and I'm going to present the 21st century skills as a topic for the in-house training session, which is being started from 26th of December this year, and this is the last session which we are going to observe in this year. So I hope this will put a little bit of more information to the ocean of information which we are having within ourselves. So shall we proceed, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you, sir. So as we all are aware with that today's in-house training session is 21st century skills. So to completely moving into that topic, just to help me with this, that I'm showing two pictures. First one is the postcard, second one is the mobile phone. So if anyone will ask us in present time that we have to opt any one of them to use this as the means of communication in present day, surely we will be opting the mobile phone. I think I'm correct with everyone's answer. So moving forward, if the same scenario is given in this situation, an older phone, older version of phone or cell phone is given a choice in front of the new technology one, the new phone which is having the latest technology, then out of these two I am very sure then we will be opting the new one, that will be having 4G network or 5G network and all the other technologies which are keeping us to be in the part of modern world. So I think I am clear with this. So why we are talking about this mobile phones, the latest version, latest technologies, is that nowadays we not only in the means of communication, in the means of transportation also, lifestyle, then be it in the life skills also, we are trying to be updated according to the modern world. So why again why we are bringing this topic here, because education is an integral part of our life. Without education we are nothing. So we need to update the education system also with to face the modern days expectations. So for that we are being introduced with the 21st century skills, and about them we are going to discuss in today's session. First of all, before entering to the 21st century skills, we will be discussing about what are the objectives which we will be keeping in view while discussing the session. First of all, it will be the basis of 21st century skills. Then we will be talking about what are 21st century skills. Then we will be discussing about need of 21st century skills. Then the vision about that, and what are the components of 21st century skills, and what are the three LS, and what are 4CS, what are IMT, and what are CLIPS. So moving forward, what is the basis of 21st century skills? I hear, I forget, I see, I remember, I do, I understand. All of us, this happens with all of us. If something we are hearing, then we will forget it after few days or few months. If we will be asked to see that one, then yes, we will remember that. But if anything is happening and we are made a part of the process, then we will not only understand that, but we can also perform it even when we do not remember it completely. So that's the main basis of 21st century skills. Now, what are 21st century skills? So, as we all know that within the decade only, we have seen so many society, within ourselves also, that we find that so much of generation gap is there. Why this is happening? Because the whole world is undergoing change in a very fast rate. So moving ahead, let us discuss about what is 21st century skill and what are those. With the onset of 21st century, the entire world has witnessed an era of intense transformation in all areas, whether it is education, global trade, and economy, or technology, or society. And very recently, the COVID pandemic is also throwing up challenges for an individual to cope up with its impacts. Naturally, for such times, a different set of skill is required, which would enable an individual to cope up and succeed in facing the challenges in real life, which will lead to its overall development, that is, his holistic progress. And this set of skills are also addressed as 21st century skills, learning skills, or transversal competencies. So we can say that the 21st century skills are the skills that are required by an individual for a holistic development or overall development, so that that person can contribute to the progress and development not only for himself but to his society, to his nation, and in a wider perspective, if we will say, then that person will contribute in the progress and development of the world. Now, in simple terms, we can say that 21st century skills refer to the skills that are required to enable an individual to face the challenges of the 21st century world, that is, globally active, digitally transforming, collaboratively moving forward, creatively progressing, seeking competent human resource. And this is what we will be focusing mainly on, seeking competent human resource, because we are teaching the students, and yes, we need to prepare competent human resource for this 21st century. And yes, the world is also quick in adopting changes, so we should also need to adapt the changes and we should work on that. So moving forward, why we need to talk about 21st century skills, and the answer of this question is hidden in these four paragraphs. First of all, do we remember all the marks that we scored in class 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and so on? Of course not. Very few we may remember, but not all the. Now, coming to the second paragraph, before discussing that, all of us know about certain peoples, the peoples who are well recognized around our world. For example, Mark Zuckerberg, CEO of Facebook; Elon Musk, CEO of SpaceX; Tesla; Ajim Premji, former chairman of Wipro. All these persons, many of us will be well aware of, right? So why am I taking the names of these students? Because they were not the toppers. Instead, if we say, they were the dropouts of their colleges. But still, they are the most successful people of our times. So moving forward, some of the greatest and most successful people were neither A-graders nor they care enough about it to try and remember their grades either. Why? Because, but we do remember the incidents, experiences that we had in our school or in market or with friends or while traveling, because those experiences have given us various skills which have made us what we are today. Yes, no one can deny this fact, because whatever we are, the personality we are having within us, that is all because of the experience which we have gained through the whole life which we have till now attained. Moving forward, in fact, more the skills we gain through our experiences, the better the human beings become. Now, what are the visions of 21st century learning? There are two visions. Number one is reconceptualizing, and number two is reinvigorating school education. What are these two? First one, it is we have to develop new concept of education, while the second one deals with how to strengthen the school education and how to strengthen both the teachers as well as the students, because these two are the pillars of education. So 21st century skills is not for the only students, they also require active participation of teachers also. So moving ahead, now we will be discussing about what are the components of 21st century skills. As we have seen in the objectives only, there are 3 LS and under which 4 Cs, IMT and flips are there. So what are 3 LS? 3 LS, number 1 is learning skill, number 2 is literacy skill, number 3 is our life skill. Under learning skill we will be discussing about 4 Cs, and what are 4 Cs we will be discussing in the coming slides. Similarly with literacy skills, it is having IMT. Third one, life skills, it will be discussed under flips. Now what are 4 Cs? Number 1, critical thinking, number 2 is creativity and innovation, number 3 is collaboration, number 4 is communication. Now IMT, what is IMT? IMT is information literacy, media literacy and technology literacy. Flips, flexibility and adaptability, leadership and responsibility, initiative and self-direction, social and cross-cultural interaction. The key elements of 21st century skill. It possesses both student outcomes and yes, support system. Support system is through the education system or through the school, and the outcomes are directed by the 3 LS which we have just discussed, that is learning skill, literacy skill and life skill. So now we will be moving towards the complete discussion of what are learning skills, what are literacy skills, what are life skills. And before going completely through that, we will be discussing about what are the expectations we have from our teachers for this 21st century skills. First one is they must act as facilitators of learning. Second, they must promote constructivist learning environment. And yes, the third one, they must create an environment where learners construct their own knowledge. So these are the 3 points which are mainly expected from the teachers to construct and initiate and inculcate the 21st century skills in the students. So first we will be discussing about the learning skills, and the 3 are critical thinking, creativity, collaboration, communication. So first one is our critical thinking. So critical thinking is a self-directed process by which we can deliberate steps to think at the highest level of quality. Means we have to think in all the possible ways, and we have to decide in what possible way the quality of that thinking is at its highest. Coming to second paragraph, it is a mechanism which weeds out problems and replaces them with fruitful solutions. So, and yes, all the skills which we will be discussing now, they have 4 parts in it. Number 1, we will be discussing the basis. Number 2, we will be discussing the purposes. Number 3, we will be discussing about the strategy which teachers need to think of. And number 4, we will be discussing about the activities by which teachers can inculcate these skills in their teaching learning process. So the basis of critical thinking are analyzing, arguing, classifying, comparing and contrasting, defining, describing, evaluating, explaining, problem solving, tracking cause and effect. So what is the purpose of this? Critical thinking is required for a learner to think in a clear, the learner should be clear what he is learning, rational, logical and independent manner. So The thinking should be his own. How he has drawn to that conclusion, how much clarification he has with his ideas. These are the things which deals with the critical thinking. So what should be the strategy? Strategy, first one is we need to move the learners from their comfort zone. It is important to shake the comfort zone of a learner or student by cross-questioning. So this cross-questioning will make the students uncomfortable and impatient to search for answers and help. Because if we will shake the mindset of any person with a cross-questioning, definitely it's the psychology that that person will go on thinking why that person has asked like this, why the question is not. They have framed such type of questions. There must be something. So this basically deals with the psychology of the learners. So, what are the critical thinking skills? Number one, observation. Number two, analysis. Number three, inference. Number four, communication. Number five, problem solving. Now, what are the activities which we can perform in our classroom or teaching learning situation to inculcate this critical thinking skill? Number one, adla badli, that is impromptu debate. What we have to do, that we will give topics to individual students that you come by preparing that topic. But on the day of presentation, what the teacher will do, they will exchange the topic between the two students. And yes, why they will do that? So the answer is they will exchange their topic, but the teacher will give time to the students that yes, you will have his topic, you will have her topic or something like that, and take suggestion from the other, use your mind and then try to present it. So what will happen, that the one student will take the knowledge from the other and he will try to present it in his or her own way. So it will also generate the critical thinking skill in the learners. Second, ask yourself self-made questions. What is this? It is we all know that we have a certain set of questions after the completion of the topic, that is after the completion of the chapter. So what we have to do here is we have to ask the students to prepare their own questions after the complete chapter. So in this way also they will have a different mindset and different frame of mind while going through the whole chapter. Gap filling. What we have to do here is we will give an image. Actually, we will give a sheet to the students where every sheet will have an image, and we will ask the students to write what they are thinking, that what is happening in the picture. So that will be the concluding part. But in between the image and conclusion, there will be a space where they have to fill as the steps how they went to that conclusion, that this is happening in this image. Next, पूछो तो जाने, cross questioning. This is we all are aware with. Goal mode, asking riddles. And here, what we have to do is we do not have to just ask the questions relating to our subject. We need to mix the questions from the other subjects also, so that we can promote integrated learning as well as the critical thinking skills. Moving forward, creativity. It is the ability to think about a task or a problem in a new or a different way. Yes. If anyone is saying, Acha, you have to do this in this way, that's not a creativity. If you are putting your own thinking, your own knowledge of experience into that task, and you are making it a more special, a more effective, then that is where the creativity comes. Now, if someone is creative, then their lookout to every situation is different. Yes, and being a teacher, we also must have noticed that few students are creative by themselves only. If you will give them a solution, they will not just do the same way we have told them, but they will try to use their experience, they will try to use their own knowledge into that also. So, now, how to know if I am a creative person? You are a creative person if you are. If we are, energetic and restful as per need. It's not like everywhere we need to be energetic or everywhere we need to be restful. According to the situation, we need to act. That is a quality of a creative person. Second, are we innocent but not gullible? Means we should be innocent, but it's not like we can be bullied by others. Number 3, are we smart? Number 4, are we playful yet disciplined and responsible? Number 5, are we both imaginative and romantic at one end and firm with reality at the other? It's not like uh, let's imagine this, but we have no connection with the reality and the actual problem which we have to deal with. We are unaware with that, and we are just giving our imagination. That's also not a quality of creative person. Coming to number 6, humble and firm. So, are we humble or not? We know it ourselves only. Last, are we passionate about our work? If yes, then are we objective to that? So, now what are the basis, purpose and strategy of the creativity and innovation? So, basis are imaging, assessing information and using technology, brainstorming, questioning, entertaining, improvising, overturning, problem solving, designing and creating are the basis of the creativity and innovation. What are the purposes? Number 1, to encourage students to try and learn new things, to improve communication and social skills, to develop lateral thinking, to know where are multiple approaches to a situation. What should be the strategies? Number 1, setting an example. Try a different ending to the existing story and ask the students. Okay, so what we have to do, whatever the situation is given, we have to ask them to present it in their own way. Number 2, foster a question. Friendly environment, ask why. Encouraging the students to develop the habit of asking why. Questions about information, ideas and beliefs normally taken for granted. We should teach them why to accept all the things. You should question before accepting anything. So that's the idea behind this. And what are the activities we should perform for the creativity? First one is image talk. And what we have to do in this, we have to ask, we have to give certain problem or certain thing to the students to express, and the resource by which they will express can be an image, can be the emojis, can be other things present within the classroom. Coming to the next, scamper. Substitute, combine, adapt, modify, put, eliminate and reverse. What does that mean? Substitute, if we are exchanging the problems. If one is given one problem, another one is given another problem, and we exchange that, how you will deal with that. That's the substitute. Combine, if we will join the two problems, then what will be the outcome? Adapt. How we will adapt the things to make them more specific. Modify. What are the modifications we need to do in a task to make it more valuable? Put. In this, we take care of how this, whatever the thing we are solving, whatever the problem we are solving can be used in our daily life. What are the applications of? Eliminate. What are the things we need to eliminate or we need to remove from that so that we can keep it simple but yet effective? And the last one is reverse. Reverse means we have to reorganize the thing so that that can be done in a proper way. Next one is wrong is right. So what we have to do here is we will take pairs of students. One will ask the question and the other will give the answer. But he has to or she has to, the second student has to answer the wrong answer to the question. Why we are asking to say the wrong answer? Because to know what is wrong, you must be very clear with what is right. So we say now, if we cannot achieve thing in one way, they should try to achieve the thing in the other way. So this is that. Creative space. We need to let them how they want to have the class sometimes, so that they can put their own way, that yes, we can do it this way, we can do that this way, alternative way of learning. As we are very well aware of the importance of drama and theatre in the previous session by Ranjan sir, so in that he has clearly told us that what is the importance of this. So similarly here, we can perform dramas, we can have the theatres, we can have the music, we have the dance to inculcate the same topics but in a different way. Now coming to the innovation, project based learning. So here we will have to do is we will give the projects to the students where they will inquire, they will investigate, then they have to evaluate also that whether their findings are relatable to the problems they are having, or they have to search more. Virtual reality, we should take them out of the class to the real world situation so that they can connect what they are studying and what actually is there in the present world. Two is enough. We have to do is we will do we will give two steps to the students and will ask them to create any figure, whatever they think of out of these two steps, and they have to present them the idea in front of the class. Give them a break. Just let them, just take them away from the class, go with them. Then the end task of the teacher is they have to ask them what you have related outside that you are studying. Okay, any topic from any subject, whatever you have seen, can you relate it with any subject, any topic? So that's the thing. Let them free. At least once in a month, we should let them free to have their own, to fulfill their own curiosity. They have so many hobbies with them, so we have to let them do their work so that they will create a space for more creativity. Next is collaborative skills. Collaborative skills involve working together while taking actions, respecting others' needs and perspectives, and contributing to and accepting the final outcomes. They have to respect others also with themselves, their perspectives also, the needs also. Collaboration helps to develop interest and fun in the teaching learning process. It effectively broadens the cultural, social, and environmental boundaries and helps a child to understand social and environmental concerns better. Because, like, as ma'am has introduced me as RI alumni, okay, so here why the name was given regional, because the students from many states were being allocated. So I was there in room with a student from Assam and one from the Odisha. So in this way we could connect. Yes, earlier but they have this kind of culture, they have this kind of culture. But when you sit together and you discuss all the things, you grasp so many ideas, so many new things that yes, this happens in our society also, in our location also, but in a different way. So that's the beauty of collaborative skills that we should inculcate in our students also. So what are the basis, purpose and strategies? Number one, basis. So allocating resources, brainstorming, decision making, delegating, evaluating, goal setting, leading, managing time, resolving conflicts, team building. And the purpose of this is collaborative skills empower students to work together in groups to solve a problem. Yes, many are there that no, I will do it myself. No, you should know how to work in a group, because many times in life, other than school, other than college, other than future, wherever they will go, they have to work in a group. If they will not know how to be a part of a group, then that's not going to be a very effective for them. Coming forward, strategy. Model that we expect. We need to facilitate and model ourselves for what we aspire and expect our students to be and do. So the teachers must be first very clear about the idea of what they expect from the students. Number two, teach them how to negotiate. Students need to understand that being loud does not mean being listened. If you are saying it loudly, that doesn't mean that everyone is interested to listen. But a good negotiator listens well, is patient and flexible, shares ideas and areas of consensus, and can think under pressure. So these are the qualities which need to inculcate in the students. So what are the activities? Say the last word for me. So in this what we will do, we will divide the students into groups and will let them discuss on any topic of their choice. And but yes, they have to respect others' point of view. They have to respect others' perspective, and at the same time, that person need to keep their perspectives also and keep it forward in front of the other students. Hands-on projects. Yes, it is the first hand activity. That means if I do, you will understand. It goes with this. Integrate sports in teaching learning. We all are aware that sports teach us so many values. For example, discipline, collaboration. These are the two main basic things which sports teach us and inculcate these two values in us. So, if we will be introducing sports in our teaching learning process by using various aspects, so we can add these skills to the students also. Search to win. In common terms, we call it as treasure hunt. What we have to do is give a problem to the certain. We have to divide the students into groups, 4 to 5 students in a group. We have to give a particular question to a particular group, and what we have to do after that is we need to give the chits in which you will be given that yes, your answer lies there. So you have to go on searching by chits after chits after chits. That will be a fun, and in that the student will remember the question also, and he will be those students will be eager to know what is the answer to that question. Next, Damsaras. I think most of us will be aware of this because we generally use this as for our entertainment. Just like what we do in this is we make groups and the opposite group will give a name, while for entertainment we give the names of any movies, any actors, actress, anything, and a person will come from the opposite group and he will just try to enact that, and that his teammates or her teammates are going to find or guess what that person is willing to say. So similarly we can do with our class. In our classroom also we will give certain topic, student will try to enact, the group mates will try to guess, and in this way also we can make the classroom more interesting with the skills. What are the communicative skills? It is the glue which brings all the educational qualities together. It generates the idea about how effectively convey ideas among different personality types. Now, coming to process of communication needs 3 things. Number 1, message. Number 2, sender. Those who is the person who is sending the message, and the last one is receiver or recipient, who is receiving the message. So there are 2 things which can break down the communication process. Number 1, communication barriers. Number 2, noise. If any the sender is sending message and someone is interrupting or the noise is around, so the communication which can be effective without this noise and barriers, the effectiveness of that communication will decrease because of these barriers and noise. So, what are the bases? Analysis of the situation through a medium of communication, evaluating messages, listening intently and patiently, reading, speaking, writing, turn taking and initiation, use of technology. Purpose: Provide information, seek information, expression, build up social and personal skills. And what should be the strategy? Reflect self. There can be a reflective class in which students can share their experiences, good or bad. Or they can share a story, incident, feeling, opinion which they have not shared with anybody so far. This period will help children to listen carefully to each other and communication will also improve. Number two, peer communication. What we have to do is we need to make pairs and one will say something about his dislikes, likes, everything, the interest to the other person, the other person will do the same with the first one. And what they have to do is they will come front and they will repeat what they have heard. So this will clarify that what is the how they are inculcating and how patiently they are listening to their partner. So in this way also the person, okay, we can inculcate the both the quality, listening as well as delivery. Now learning skills. There are three learning skills: information, media and technology. Why students need to use this technology? For freedom of expression, facility to use it as per likings, multiple resources for information, open interaction, blend of work and play, connecting and collaborating, and lastly exploring and innovating. The basis are accessing information, collaborating, communicating, using information, analyzing information, interpreting information, and yes, creating new information. Purpose. IMT makes the learning environment more interesting than a traditional classroom environment and helps the student perform better in their respective career. Strategy. Digital classroom. So in this way, if a teacher is teaching about a space and just in place of just delivering what is space, if the teacher will show how the space looks like, that will affect the memory of the student and it will be more long lasting than the direct just delivery. So coming to the activities, how we can do that, know how. It deals with the teachers, they have to tell the students how they need to use the ICT for their information, for their problem solving. Design an app. If any problem is given to them, how they will design an app for solving that problem. Then designing a blog, website and PPT. Now we are doing the sessions with the help of presentation only because we are able to know what is presentation and how to deal with it. So similarly it goes with the students also. Life skills. Flexibility, leadership, initiative, productivity and social skills. So life skills focuses on both personal and professional qualities. And it can be understood under FLIPS. FLIPS is flexibility, leadership, initiative, productivity, social skills. What is flexibility? Deviating from a plan as needed. According to the need, we can deviate. And deviation sometimes is required to achieve the certain goal. Number two, leadership, motivating a team to accomplish a goal. Number three, starting projects, strategies and plans on one's own. Then productivity, maintaining efficiency in age of distraction. We are very aware of the fact that the teenagers is the age of distraction. So being a teacher, it's our job to keep them productive despite of so much of distraction. We have to maintain their efficiency. So this also how we will do that, we will go through that also. Now social skills, meeting and networking with others for mutual benefit. Yes, we know so many things when we can connect with others. Flexibility and adaptability. Okay, a tree that doesn't bend during storm get uprooted. We have seen this and we know this. If the tree will not bend according to the storm and it will try to stand upright, then surely it will get uprooted. But at the same time, if a tree is trying to bend a little, according to the direction of the storm. Then after the storm is gone, it can regain its position. So that's what flexibility and adaptability deals with. That implies flexibility and adaptability without changing the goal and values. We don't need to change our goals and values. Just we need to be a bit flexible with our skills. These are the skills of an individual or team to adjust or change oneself to best meet the needs of a situation or environment. So what are the bases? Goal setting, seeking answers, navigating for information, collaborating with others, improving, creating, sharing. The purpose we have already discussed now. The flexibility is a critical quality of an individual or it can be of a team to adjust or change oneself to best meet the needs of a situation or environment. Whatever situation you are dealing with, whatever environment you are in, if you are a bit flexible with your ideas, with your way of doing things, then you can achieve your goal. You don't need to change your goals. Now, strategy, the feedback loop. This enables students to learn how to appreciate feedback and respond it positively. They learn to use feedback to improve what they are doing by finding new ways of finishing the task as suggested by the feedback. This is the reinforcing feedback. Means if we have got the feedback of whatever we are doing, we will seek upon the feedback, then we will reconstruct our steps and we will try to move the task in a better way. Now what are the activities? Different uses of household items. Starting from our household items only, the utensils which we are really using in our kitchen. The other way we can use it. We can use it as musical instrument also. Make up a new game. We can create new games so that we can engage more, we can learn more, we can suffer. We need to suffer the students in the groups because when a person becomes very much comfortable in a situation, that person stops getting or extracting new information from the environment because that person has reached to a saturation point that now that person is not going to search for new information. If we will suffer the group, that student will come in contact with the other students, then that student will try to adopt few more information from the others. Surprise, surprise. This is about that a day we will be fixing and that day we will be completely for the activities. Leadership and responsibility. It is very well said by Alexander Den Hazer that you do not inspire them by showing how amazing you are, but by showing how amazing they are. If they have to perform the activity, you must tell them how efficient they are, what are the qualities they are having. So if you will praise them, if you will show them a mirror of their qualities, they will definitely come out of their comfort zone and they will try to achieve the goal. But instead, if you are just saying how good you are, that's not going to be effective for them. So, moving forward, basis. Identifying goals collectively and individually, creating a group and providing them chance to explore their abilities, resolving issues, encouraging team members to attain their aims, helping group members solve problems and improve performance, acknowledging work done by each and everyone. Purpose. Leadership is the life skill that helps one learn the art of building relationships within teams, define identities and achieve tasks effectively. Responsibility includes demonstrating unity and ethical behavior by the students who are building safe and positive classroom environment. Activities. Visually, make a group, create a quiz and make individuals as a leader of that quiz. So they will regulate the whole quiz. Now number game. Next, leaders you admire. The leaders which the students admire, they will try to act like that and then, okay, the leadership quality, why they are admiring that leader. So, the admiring also can be used inculcate the same skill to that innovation. Round tables. Make the students sit in a table, give them a thing to discuss, and keep one student as the leader. And that person will regulate everything, and he will make sure or she will make sure that the discussion is complete, discussion is in a well-mannered behavior, it is in a right direction of regarding the topic which is given. Those are very job. Teamwork is better. We are all aware with that. Now, initiative and self-direction. Manage goals in time, work independently, be self-directed learners. So what are the reasons? Questioning, planning, research, creating, improving, presenting. Purpose. Initiative provides an opportunity to take charge before others. Self-direction is the ability to set goals related to learning, plan for the achievement of those goals, independently manage time and effort, and access the quality of learning experience. So what should be the strategy? Teachers first. Teachers will initiate acting on an activity to set an example and motivate students to come forward. Initiate to improve the teachers should try to talk in the class about sharing a secret which may be affecting their confidence. Teacher will share her own secret first and then students will start. This will improve their confidence. Access readiness. Before any student can achieve their learning goals, it is important to know their current situation. Teachers can perform a short exercise and design the self-direction puzzles for the students. Activities which can be done is bunch of activities which will involve both teachers and students. Everyone matters. While performing any activities, teachers must consider that each and every student matters. Teachers first, yes. Unless the teacher will come first, no other student will come forward to express his or her teamwork, yes. Self-advocacy, let them be connection to experts. Whatever the discussion we have done, we have discussed in the classroom, we have experts in that, we can connect to them. Design thinking. Productivity and accountability. Goal setting, planning, time management, research, development, evaluation, revision, applications are the basis of this, and the purpose is the productivity is prioritizing, planning, and applying knowledge and skills to make decisions to enhance quality of work in an ever-changing environment. Accountability is demonstrating personal integrity through appropriate resource allocation and effective time management. Strategy, proper allocation and time management, positive environment. Activities. For the productivity, we can go for the research project Expo 2020 where the students will get a platform to present their work. Praise homework, yes. Whatever the students are doing, praise homework. Retreat, there should be other than the subject, there should be a class where the students will be allowed to read the other interesting topics which is related to the subject, but it is not the complete subject handbook. Ask and listen. They need to ask something, and when they are asking, they need to listen what the answer they are giving to their question. Accountability. Student accountability project. Whatever they are doing, they should be accountable for that. Monitors and in charges. We are well aware of it. In every class, we are having monitors and in charges so that the students will learn to be accountable for anything which they are doing. Ownership of the learning process through, as we say. Last one, social and cross-cultural interaction. The basis are cooperation, compromise, decision making, communicating using emotional intelligence, using constructive criticism, trusting others, delivering on promises, coordinating work. Purpose to make students adaptive, flexible, appreciative of diversity. Strategy, group work, we need to perform, and yes, the teachers should incorporate this group work into their lesson plans, forcing students to interact in order to complete their assignments. Activities, there are three. Relay culture, face it social circle time. So in relay culture, what we will do, we will divide the students into one or 4 or 5 groups, and each group will be ready with a proper culture, and the second will be with different, the third will, and when the day of presentation will come, the first group of students will go to the second group of students and they will transfer the knowledge which they are having from the previous culture. Then similarly this will go on. Phase it, that means the two students will come forward and they will exchange the expressions, social circle time we have already discussed. So what are the activities which CBSE itself is promoting for 21st century skills? Number 1, mandatory art integration. Number 2, making experiential learning as mandatory pedagogy. Number 3, Heritage India Kuch. Number 4, science exhibition. Number 5, art exhibition. Number 6, story telling competition. Number 7, Aryabhat Gani challenge. Number 8, reading challenge. Number 9, skill education. Number 10, creative and critical thinking practice. Number 11, science promotion test. Number 12, pet schools and pet school week. 13, Ek Bharat Shresth Bharat. Number 14, CBSE expression series. And many more are there, but these are the most prominent which are being guided by CBSE to be done in most of the schools. So this is a branching tree where we can find all the 21st century life skills in one tree. So methods, overall, if we will look to the complete 21st century skills, this can be accomplished by storytelling, project-based learning, art-integrated learning, experiential learning, inquiry-based learning, and yes, multidisciplinary and transdisciplinary projects. So how can we achieve this? First, we need to know about what are the 21st century skills. Second, we have to bring this in our pedagogy and practice. Then, how does it work in school? How these are being inculcated in the works of our school. Then, yes, lastly, we need to create a new learning environment. So, before thanking, I would draw your attention, all your attention here, that this 21st century skill is like, it is the combination of all the topics which we have done throughout the session from 26 to 31st, the morning session also. It is directly or indirectly, 21st century is involving all the most of the topics, I will say, which we have discussed in our previous session. May it be value education, may it be the teaching learning style, may it be the communication skill, or then others are promoting health, mental health, hygiene. They are indirect but yes, they are also somewhere it is also taking them in the process. So thank you all of you from my side, and I'm ending this session here. And since this is the last session of this year, so wish you all a happy new year, and I wish all the good things and more prosperity comes to all. Thank you all of you.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Nidhi
ma'am.
ma'am.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
Nidhi ma'am, for this wonderful session. Now, I would like to request Rahul sir to please highlight the points of this session. Rahul sir,
Yes, ma'am.
please.
Am I audible, ma'am?
Yes, sir. Audible.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you very much. Okay. At first, respected Principal Sir, K. Nagaraju Sir, Honorable Vice Principal Ma'am, Mrs. Aarti Kumar Ma'am, and STNC Sir, Dinesh Chakravarti Sir, I convey the gratitude to all dignified teachers. A very good afternoon. First of all, I want to say a very thanks to our Honorable Nidhi Ma'am to explain such a mesmerizing thing. So before I want to discuss about the key point, that teachers must be help their students develop specific works and life skills. in this 21st century. That's why 21st century skills presentation by Nidhi ma'am in our in-house training of Madhusudan Public School, Chakradarpur. Our 21st century skill and soft skill introduced in New Education Policy 2020. This is a wonderful and limelight topic presented by our Honorable Nidhi ma'am in this session. We learned a lot in this session. I got the opportunity to discuss the key points of today's session. 21st century skill is a triangle of free NQ, means learning skill, literacy skill and life skill. It is one more thing, that is, it is not only the triangular of learning skill, but it is a combined skill of 4 CS, some IFPT and some flips. So three major skill, that is learning skill, literacy skill and life skill, and the other parts of learning skill, literacy skill and life skill are greatly explained by our Nidhi ma'am. And lastly, I want to conclude my speech that it is also beneficial for our teacher and students and as well as our society, because in this pandemic situation the 21st century skill is more effective for our student as well as the teacher as well as the society. Thank you very much. That's all from my side.
Thank you, Rahul sir. Now I would like to request Pramod Mahapatra sir to convey the vote of thanks.
Yes, ma'am. Am I
Yes,
audible?
sir. Yes, sir.
Am I
Pramod
audible,
sir,
ma'am?
please. Yes, sir, you are audible.
Okay.
Go on, sir.
Uh, this is the last class and of in-house training session, and in-house training session, all of us we participated with great enthusiasm. In holidays also, we spared our important time, and so first of all, I would like to give thanks to all of us, and especially our principal sir, Mr. K. Nagaraju sir, and Vice Principal ma'am, Mrs. Aarti Kodwar ma'am, and our coordinator, Dinesh Chakraborty sir, and also the technical personnel who were recording the all session. So I would like to give many thanks them, and I also would like to give many thanks to Nidhi ma'am, who explained very nicely and clearly about the topic 21st century skill. So again, I would like to thank all of our dignified teachers who participated by joining this session. Thank you all of you. Thank you. Thank you.